day to you, viewers of the OurMFC channel, or, of course, general purveyors of the YouTube scene who have stumbled upon this video, I should say. Bloody hell. What am I like? I'm Ben, so you'll see more of me on the channel if you want to have a peek. Yeah, so you've seen the title. Today we're doing a little match reaction for the game against Reading at the Riverside Stadium, which I was going to go to, and then I fell ill on the day, so that's nice. You know, I love having a season ticket that I can't use half the time because I can't get to the matches. Woo! Before you say it, I'm aware that this jumper makes my neck look quite long. You know, but hey, bit of that, you know, who needs a neck? Overrated, I say. I'm not going to do the rest of the video like this because, you know, neck positivity, baby. Look at that. Ooh. Without further ado, let's get into this. So yeah, at the Riverside Stadium, which I'm hoping you know is the old stadium of bloody Boro. Not the old stadium. Sorry, that was Ayresome Park, mate. So I couldn't get to the game, but I did pay £3 for the commentary. Big up Mark and Maddo if you fancy, you know, if you fancy adding a third person to that, hit me up. Drop me a little DM on Twitter. You know, if you're looking for someone to do some work experience, hey, I don't want to steal your thunder, guys. All right. Anywho, speaking of stealing thunder, Reading didn't steal ours. Okay. You know, I mean, going into the game, there were a lot of wild predictions of, you know, 4-0s and 3-0s, and people claiming we were going to turn them over. But it didn't go that way. As you may have seen from the score. You know, I was concerned going into it. I had a bad feeling about it because, again, I think you know, it's going to go to a point that I'm going to make earlier, but about, you know, being conditioned as a Boro fan for basically my whole life that we're not very good. Yeah, and I was thinking, you know, the last team to lose 7-0 at home to Fulham is Blackburn, who are now the form side in the league. Until, you know, when we play them, because we're going to bar them, you know, 7-0, and just reset. Everything goes full circle. You know, you want to give us the win, Tony. Not Tony Stark. Okay, spoiler alert, he's dead. Sorry we haven't seen it. It's on you, really. The film came out a while ago. But yeah, I mean, from what I was hearing on the commentary, we were all over them first half. I mean, first half, 67% possession, 5 shots, 2 of them on target, 1 of them blocked, 2 big chances, which of course we missed both of them. You know, passes, I mean, a lot of passes, 322 passes in that first half to their 159. You know, we were just dominating the ball, really. You know, they made 12 clearances. So clearly they were just sitting in, looking to hoof it forward, and probably up to Andy Carroll as a big target man. You know, I've seen some of the chances in that first half from the highlights package that Reading posted on their YouTube channel. And, you know, Isaiah Jones, creative wizard. What a boy. We'll get onto that later as well. Yeah, we couldn't get the breakthrough in that first half despite being the dominant side. You know, pretty much camped in their half, from what I've heard. And the attacking momentum, there's a little attacking momentum bar on SofaScore. And I mean, for that first half, we were very, very dominant. Like I said, couldn't get the goal. And then second half, our possession dropped off a little bit. You know, we still had 57%. But in terms of shots, you know, Reading then had more shots. They had 7 to our 5. Both had 3 on target, 2 blocked each. Reading didn't actually have a big chance, but they did get the goal from Andy Carroll, a big Geordie loser. Yeah, 68th minute, just after Balogun came on, which it's not his fault. But yeah, Balogun comes on the 67th minute, and on the 68th we concede. Now, like I say, it's not Balogun's fault. Balogun, from what I've heard, actually had a decent game. SofaScore have only given him a 6.1, but he only played 23 minutes. And yeah, I mean, from what I've heard, he looked a class act on the ball. A couple of really nice touches, a couple of really nice turns. You know, it's always a good sign. If someone's good at football, that's usually a good sign. They're going to be a good football player. These are the scouting tips you don't get anywhere else. Yeah, so Reading took the lead, very undeserved, from what I've been told. When I say being told, I mean from what they said on commentary. You know, I don't have some inside sources. Doesn't need to be inside sources anyway. There were several thousand people at the game. So, yeah, a nice looping Andy Carroll header. Kind of, if they were going to score, that is what you'd expect it to be. It was a pretty good delivery from their left-hand side. Possibly Jones could have closed him down a bit quicker. Could have closed down Deli Bashir a bit quicker, but you know, it's a decent ball in. I noticed on the replay that the Reading number 10, which I believe is that John Swift? Who is the Reading number 10? I believe it's John Swift. Yeah, it's the Reading number 10 who, as I said, I believe is John Swift. Did some really smart movement, actually. Just kind of stepped towards the ball, which dragged Dale Fry out of position. Dale Fry obviously is our most aerially dominant centre. I mean, Grant Hall, when I looked at this, Grant Hall is winning 5.3 aerial duels per 90. He's only played 8 matches this season. Fry's on 3.9 per 90, and obviously he's played a lot more football. And it's just better. Sorry, Grant, mate. I'm sure you're a lovely bloke. But yeah, so that bit of movement from John Swift just kind of drags Dale Fry away, and Paddy in there, obviously not as big a threat aerially, especially when he's up against Andy Carroll, who had been pocketed by Fry, apparently, pretty much, until then. Another thing I noticed was possibly some questionable positioning from Lumley. You know, I don't know if he's expecting a shot from Bashiru when he cuts in. But he seemed, you know, from what now I'm not a goalkeeper. I don't claim to be. I'm barely a football player. When I say barely, I mean I've played I scored one goal in you know, like Sunday League. So, you know, no one's taken that away from me. All right, don't even try. Yeah. Back to the point, Lumley was, from what I looked like, he was quite far off his line, which obviously is going to make it easier for Andy Carroll to get a looping header over the top of him. You know, I don't think it would be an easy save, but I think his positioning has let him down a little bit. But I'm not going to batter Lumley. You know, I've said it before, he doesn't inspire me with confidence, but he's all right. His distribution seems to be improving. I mean, what are we looking at here? 86% pass accuracy this time. Completed 3 out of 6 long balls, which is all right. You know, I think his distribution is getting better from what I've heard on the grapevine. Shout out Marvin Gaye. And then Big Andy Carroll gives it the big one because he's a massive mug. Imagine being a mug. Could never be my Slovenian. So he gives it the big one and he deserves it because he's a big man. I mean, Andy Carroll is physically a big man, but mentally, you know, I think he's got small man syndrome. That's all I'm saying. 84th minute though, what number that is? It's 1-1. You know, Tav, who put in a lot of nice crosses I've seen on the replay. You know, Tav Hayers, sharp. He had 88 touches in the game, 81% pass accuracy, 3 key passes. Yeah, so for those saying he doesn't contribute anything, you stink because he got an assist. I'm prepared for the hate to come in these comment sections now. but he did lose possession 23 times, but hey ho, that's he's going to in the position he plays. Trying to dribble through those areas in the centre of the pitch, trying to put those crosses in, he's going to lose possession. What do you expect, guys? 10 crosses, only 3 of them accurate, but when you've got, how big are these centre backs? Let's have a peek, shall we? Let's have a peek. Oh, great, it's in centimetres. Never mind, let's not have a peek. Yeah, I mean, when you're trying to cross it into the likes of, Connolly or Sporar or Balogun or Watmore, you're probably not going to have loads of success. When you're crossing it to Matty Crooks, however, which he did, there you go. It was a great, lovely floated ball. He took the corner first time, got cleared out. Watmore gives it back to him, and then just a beautiful floated cross, which Crooks, Mr. Tree, what bloke. Love that man. As does everyone, apart from Reading, and anyone else he scores against. They're not big fans. And yeah, beautiful image of the Reading goalkeeper Southwood just clawing at the ball as he goes past him. Beautiful. Speaking of beautiful, 95th minute. That's another great number. We love extra time here at Boro right now, because we got another extra time winner. And who was the assist again? Isaiah Jones. 3 games in a row he's assisted a 90+ minute winner. If Jed Spence worth 10 mil, he's worth 50. That's all I'm saying. So Nair has it. He plays it out to Jones on the right-hand side. Couple of step overs and then lovely change of pace. Just absolutely sent. I'm assuming it was Ethan Bristow. Just sent him back to Reading. Really, he should have packed his bags and gone home then. And then the ball in. This is something that we haven't seen from kind of players in that position for a while now. If we think back to the last couple of kind of really pacey players we've had on the right-hand side, Jed Spence, who kind of lacks that end product. Adama Traore, who really lacks the end product, apart from that, a couple of months in his final season with us where he was, what boy. But Isaiah Jones has that already. Puts in a lovely ball, and who's there again? Matty Crooks. Matty Crooks. No. Oh, the chant. You can finish it off at home. It's audience part. I can't do it all myself, guys. Okay, it's a really tough job. It's not a job. I don't get paid. I do get paid. I've got a job. We won't go into it. Matty Crooks, though. One thing I noticed on the replay as well. We had 6 players in the box when that cross comes in. It's the 95th minute. We're level. What do you think we'd be doing under Warnock, under Pulis, under Woodgate, probably under Monk as well? We would not be pushing that many forward because we'd be scared to get hit on the counter-attack. We're not like that anymore. We go for the win. We never say die. That positive attitude is causing teams problems right now. 3 90th minute winners in a row because we commit men forward. It's beautiful, this positive attitude we've got. It's just things you love to see. It's really strange seeing us play on the front foot now. After years of, like I said, being conditioned that we're just not good enough. And that watching us was like a chore. At times with the horrible football we were playing and the fact that we would just lose every week under Woodgate. To think back to the start of the season, first couple of games under Warnock, where we were, and like I've said it before, I respect Warnock. I respect the job he did for us. Saved us from probably relegation to League One. And cleared out some big earners as well. Warnock and Pulis did good jobs for the club in that respect, in terms of behind the scenes. But we've got Wilder now, who is just a different caliber of manager. It's a really exciting time to be a Boro fan. I've kind of, in my lifespan, fallen between I was kind of born. The time I started watching football was right at the end of the golden period, really. I was born in 2003. Yeah, so for as long as I can remember, really, we've been shite. If you'll pardon my French, and we're not now. That's. I mean, is that 5 wins in a row now? I think in the league, it's something like that. We're so good, man. We're so good. What's going on? Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 wins in a row, including a win against Bournemouth, against Forest. Yeah. There's that win against Mansfield, Reading, Blackpool. Before that was a draw with Stoke, and then we beat Swansea before that. And Huddersfield before that, I think we've won, what's that, 6 from 7 now? Is it even more? 1, let's have a look. When Wilder came in at the end of the West Brom game. We're doing some quick maths here. Wilder came in after the West Brom game. Millwall was the first game, drew it. Then we lost. So under Wilder, we've lost 1 game from 1, 2, 3. Let's probably get cut in the edit. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We lost 1 from 10 under Wilder. I love Chris Wilder. I love him. Honestly, pretty sure he's got a wife, but I'll marry him. If you're looking for a side piece, Chris, hit me up. Yeah, we now have something to believe in, and a team that never gives up. Plus, the football is just chef's kiss. Speaking of chef's kiss, Crooksy coming out after the game to celebrate with the South Stand. Just another reason why he should be a national treasure. Don't put him in a museum yet, because we need him. I'm pretty sure he's our joint top scorer this season. What a bloke. Speaking of blokes, and good blokes at that, Joshy Coburn taking the captain's armband. Hero comes on, takes the armband. What happens next? We score 2 goals and win the game. I'm not saying Josh Coburn should be club captain, but maybe he should. He was going to have that kind of impact. He was on the pitch for 13 minutes. What? What hero? What a hero. And my final point, I've spoken about before, Ethan Bristow, spoken about earlier in the video. He had a 5.9. Just the Isaiah Jones effect once again. Let's have a little bit of time to talk about Isaiah. 1 assist, 88 touches, 3 key passes, two crosses, 1 of them accurate, the assist. Created 3 big chances, attempted 10 dribbles, completed 6 of them. It's a joke. He's a dribble monster. Won 11 out of 16 ground duels, fouled 4 times as well. Ethan Bristow made 3 fouls. I wouldn't be surprised if they were all on him because he's such a threat. How is he this good? I don't understand it. Came from Queens of the South last year. Now he's the best right wing back in the league, probably. I know I'm a bit biased, but yeah, he's outrageous. Big up Isaiah. And big up to you guys at home. Pay attention. Stop eating your food. Okay, I'm talking to you. Honestly, learn some manners, would you? Were you born in a barn? I'm just talking to myself. It's quite sad. I can just see myself. I'm just telling myself, there's some sheep out there. I would turn it round, but it's a laptop, and just you wouldn't get a good view of the sheep anyway. And I don't want to show you where I live, because the Tav haters will be at my house with pitchforks, and they'll probably steal me mother. Don't steal my mum, guys, please. Leave her out of this. She hasn't said anything about Tav. It's just me and all the other intellectuals. Got them. Bloody hell. Oh dear. If you also want to be an intellectual, then you should like and subscribe. That makes you very smart. If you, I don't know if this, legend has it that if you subscribe to the OurMFC YouTube channel, you are officially a genius. You'll have over 150 IQ and lots of money. See you next time. It's been a pleasure.